Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Lore Drop Podcast. I am your wonderful Dungeon Master, joined with me today, as always, Julian.
Hi, I'm Nero, the Blood Hunter.
Benjamin.
I'm Regulus.
And Val.
Hi, I'm Val, and I played Demonia.
Alright, how about a bit of a recap? In the last session, you all continue your standoff within that hidden tree tavern in Ethren. Two goons working for Shade arrive to check a disturbance in said tavern and come to apprehend a potential thief. You slowly plot your escape until a fight commences. You all manage to break your way out of the tavern, Regulus through various misty steps and cunning agility, Nero and Demonia through just talking it out with one of the goons. But slowly and surely, working these goons down, they surrender and offer to take you to see their boss, Shade. You all make your way to the town's clock tower, where you see other similarly dressed goons standing out guarding the entrance. You make your way inside, and after waiting a few moments, are instructed to head up a spiraling flight of stairs towards Shade's office. There, you are greeted by a charcoal-colored tiefling who instructs you to be seated to begin this discussion. Under the guise of wanting to join Shade's gang, the three of you introduce yourselves to her. But as you get to Nero's introduction, her demeanor changes. The discussion continues as Nero interjects, realizing something is amiss. Nero asks if there is something wrong, to which she silently walks over to him, and in a worried but fascinated whisper, she tells Nero, "You have your mother's eyes." And that is where we left off. Nero, you're currently resting your head, in her hand. You feel that her palm is, slightly calloused and, rough, but, warm to the touch. And you see that her eyes are slowly welling up with tears, and eventually they just start rolling down her cheeks. Kind of, snapping out of it, she wipes the tears off her face and, rushes away from you, to, a nearby corner where, a couple bookshelves are. And she's easier cross her arms and just face away from, all three of you. And you just hear her, silently, whimpering and, sniffling her nose.
Hey, what did you just say?
She's not responding, to you in any way.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to her. Hey, you just mentioned, do you know my mom? Do you know my parents? Do you know my current dad?
She turns to you now. You see her eyes still tearing up. She says, "Please, just sit down for a moment. I'll explain things. I just need to gather my thoughts. Okay, just relax for one moment."
Okay.
All right, sure.
I'll walk back.
You see that she takes a few minutes to compose herself, and she's kind of behind her desk and behind the chair of her desk. She's just pacing along the back wall, and every once in a while she looks over at Nero and then looks down and just shakes her head and then looks back at you and just looks so confused every time, this quizzical look on her face. She finally stops her pacing after a few minutes, and Home Alone smacks both cheeks with her face, just psych herself up, and you hear her go, "Okay," and sits over on her seat again, and she leans forward on her desk and intertwines her fingers, and she says, yeah, so I know who you are. I know your parents. I don't know your new dad. What did you say? Your real dad? Your current dad? I don't know who that is. But I know your parents.
Are they still alive? Wait, would Nero know if they're alive or dead? Or would he think they're dead?
As far as you know, they're as good as dead. You were separated from them from a very young age, so you don't remember what the context of you being separated from them was.
Okay. So would it be stupid to ask if they were alive?
No, you can. Do you ask her that?
I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll change the way I ask it.
Okay.
Do you know about their deaths?
As you say that, she looks up and she's like, they're dead?
I believe so. I think I think there are, from what I remember.
I haven't. It's been a long time since I've talked with your mom. Maybe a few decades now.
Decades.
Sorry, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
20.
Huh. All right. Sorry. Where are my manners? She looks over to Nero or to Regulus and Demonia, and she says, this is going to be a bit of a cheesy kind of discussion. So, it's going to be kind of awkward, but, I'm not just ignoring you two. I'm aware that you guys are here, but this is kind of freaking me out. And I feel like this whole situation is kind of also making you guys question a lot of things too. But, just bear with us if you two don't mind.
I understand. Perfectly understandable.
Family matters and whatnot. It's a touchy subject.
Are you my family?
You see that a small grin kind of paints across her face, and she says, "Yeah, I'm your aunt."
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Fuck, 8.
With an 8, as far as you know, she's telling the truth. I mean,
oh my god, I got family!
Can I also insight checked it?
If Regulus and Demonia also want to roll insight checks, you guys can.
I shall.
Alright. 22.
18.
Both Regulus and Demonia, she's telling the truth. She seems very truthful in delivering this information to Nero. She continues. She says, "Yeah, your mom is my sister.
You're my auntie."
Yeah. Sorry. I guess my real name isn't Shade. I feel like that's pretty explanatory. My name is Lorana.
Oh, you're just like me.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Are you also my family? I looked.
Great name. It's a great name choice.
She continues. And she says, "Yeah. I haven't talked with your mom, my sister, for almost 30, 40 years."
So you have no idea what happened to her and my dad?
No. Well, funny story. Before your dad was in the picture, your sister and I we were a couple of kids running around in Primos, just shooting the shit, maybe doing a couple of petty crimes here and there. Your mom was pretty badass, if I do say so myself. But eventually she met your dad at one of the schools in the city, and we stopped hanging out with each other. It was gradual at first. Either she would invite me as a third wheel on their dates.
You joined their dates?
It was like, she would always be like, "Oh, Ozzy's bringing one of his friends from school. It could be a double date."
Oh, so she was trying to hook you up.
Yeah, just to find a way to hang out with me and him at the same time. But I gotta tell you the truth. Your brother, or your brother, your father.
Okay.
I
have more family.
She's like, "I gotta tell you the truth. Your father kind of ruined my relationship with with my sister, with your mom."
What?
I have a lot of disdain for your dad.
Goodness.
Oh.
Is there any tea I can sip?
She snaps her fingers and just a cart of various drinks and beverages start wheeling out.
Regulus samples all of them.
There's different spirits and like alcohols and like but also like different like herbal teas and stuff like that. You're just like getting really really chilled out in the moment.
Why did you, what happened? Like, why did you feel disdain towards him? Is there something he did?
Not you know, in an evil sense, but they just fell in love, and it's not that I have an anger towards him, it's just that he stole my best friend away. And, you know, that's I obviously I've gotten over it over the past decades, but you know, in the moment, I was a kid, and you know, the only real friend I had wouldn't hang out with me or give me the time of day, and you know, that hurt. And eventually, your mom and dad they ran away. Apparently, they eloped. They found a place to stay. They joined this group of like warriors or heroes. I don't know. They sent me like a couple of letters here and there. One of them was telling me that they had a son, Nero, and well, here you are. So, yeah, but I didn't. I truly haven't spoken to them in years. So, if they're dead, wow, that sucks.
Jesus.
Yeah, it does suck. I don't know much about them, so it's not like a huge sting, you know? But it would be nice to know more about them and who they were.
Oh, well, I mean, your mom was one of the smartest people I've ever met. If she wasn't diving into a book for hours at a time, she was tinkering with gadgets and tools, and she had her own workbench, and she was just constantly learning and improving and like researching about the Arcanotech. She was just a genius. You see that you didn't really notice before, but she's wearing like black leather gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes off the right glove, and you see this mechanical hand, silvery, like elongated pieces, kind of articulating. You hear like, you know, cogs and like mechanisms kind of clicking around as she starts to flex her fingers around. And she's like, your mom made this.
She made that?
A week before she left, yeah.
Holy crap, that looks very intricate.
It's you see like parts of it is like kind of rusted over.
Surprised she made that 30 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's still functioning?
Yeah, not a lot of tech, especially prototypes, last as long as this has. And yeah, she was honestly like, if I would have known it, she could be like one of the leading Arcanotech inventors, but that, you know, she never talked to me about it. Whenever I would like burst into her room asking like, "Hey, what's the new invention today?" She'd be like, "Yeah, go away. You're annoying me." And I'm like, "Okay," because 9 times out of 10, your dad Oslo was in there too. So maybe they weren't. Maybe they were just doing the stuff that wasn't research and tinkering. So I just left.
Wait, what does that mean?
So yeah, your mom was just one of the she just kind of like pivots. Your dad, on the other hand, wasn't the brightest bulb in the box. But
Really?
But he was an amazing musician. He had this like, he was like a one-man band. He had this almost backpack of different like percussion instruments and woodwinds and chimes and all that kind of stuff, and like would hit a bunch of levers and buttons and just start playing a symphony of music all on his own.
Did he sorry. Did he do any magic? Like, it's another question, but was magic something he did a lot? Do you know of that?
Well, they were both pretty into magical stuff. He was going to a bard college, in Primos.
Really? Interesting. So he was a bard.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
I always say that she left to be a groupie for his band. Just
he
as
had a
joke.
band?
Because he's a one-man band. Yeah, it wasn't like I truly don't know why they ran away.
Yeah, that seems. Did they leave on short notice, or
yeah?
So you didn't know until they were gone?
Nope, it was a week before my birthday that they left.
That's very odd. And they didn't tell you. So I guess you just said that, but there was no clues or anything as to why. Do you have any ideas?
You see, she kind of sits back in her, sinks back in her chair, and she's like, "No, they told me nothing. I got a letter a couple of months later, after they left, saying that they're doing good, that they're busy with projects, and that they'll hopefully come see me soon." And then years go by, and then another letter saying that they had you, and that hopefully they'll visit with you as well. And that was 20 plus years ago.
Interesting. And in those letters, she never mentioned what she was currently up to. It was just how she was.
Yeah. They never mentioned where, what she was doing, why she did what she did. Just that they were doing good things, and that was it.
I guess, did they have any, other friends? Was there anyone part of their circle, or was it just them? Did you know anyone that they knew? Mutual friends?
Whenever they started hanging out, I try my best to hang out with them, or your mom would try her best to include me, but I was slowly also finding my own path. I was making my own friends in Primos. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a bit of a criminal. I have my gang here in this town.
My god, I am so sorry. Electrodemonia. Oh my god. Do you know about someone who kind of resembles my friend here, missing a hand? We are looking for her brother. Holy shit.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
You guys all have this epiphany. Fuck, Hugo. As you bring that up, you see her eyes almost twitch, and she's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about."
What? Can I insight check? I don't say what, by the way. That was me. That was Julian.
Yeah, you can insight check.
Okay. Can we all insight check?
Sure.
11.
12.
19.
Yeah, Demona, you see that something's up when Nero asked about your brother.
Wait, what was it that she did again? She twitched?
Nero asked, "Hey, does anyone look like my friend here?" And her eyes flickered, almost like a short circuit of a robot or something like that. And she just looks at all of you and just says, "No, I don't, not that I recall."
Something's not right. I don't believe her just now.
Do you say that out loud?
Oh no!
Something's not right.
What if I just tell Reggie?
Yeah, you can whisper it over to her. You see that she's kind of just occupied with just looking at Nero. She just says "You're the spitting image of your parents." It's crazy.
What's your gang called? Your group?
It's kind of not really named.
Really?
Yeah, it was so. Yeah, it's just Shade and her gang was really kind of what we went with. My husband, he's the captain of this pirate crew, and some of the crew members were we're not big on sailing the sailing skies, so we're just gonna hunker down.
Oh, my captain, I remember my dad used to run a pirate cruise. That's interesting.
I was sailing the skies for a little bit in my youth, but it wasn't for me. But yeah, Demonia, you tell Regulus about this short circuit that Lorana has.
Did you see that twitch just now?
Hold on. I gulped down whatever cookies were on the trail.
You're getting you're getting drunk. You just drank like Don Julio.
Yeah, Regulus is like low-key stress eating because he isn't entirely sure if she knows about all the gold that I stole. So Regulus is like, good thing that, family drama and all that. Maybe I'll get off the hook.
All three of you are focusing on like totally different things.
What's it?
I just leave him.
Can I do an Arcana check on Shade?
Oh yeah.
All right, +0. Carry me home. 5.
I mean, this you can't really tell if there's like something being cast on her or anything like that. She says, yeah, there's honestly, I don't think there's been a lot of traffic in and out of the island for dang it, how long have I been here?
That's not good.
I've been here for a while.
Does it seem like she has the same vibe as the people we saw around the town?
Roll another insight check with advantage.
Okay. 17.
You're getting this. You weren't noticing it before because you were hit with this like kind of crazy amount of information. But you're now smelling that similar sweet scent of Fey magic.
Oh.
And you're slowly seeing that she is under a very similar influence.
Strange.
What made you want to come here in the first place?
I don't know. I think it was just kind of out of the way, and there was. You see that she's like just not remembering why she like came here. Like she's like trying to like remember, exact times and reasoning, but it's like just escaping her right now. And she's just like, that's I guess I should have wrote it down somewhere about why I came here. I can't seem to recall at the moment.
Do you think you actually may have written it down?
Yeah, do you mind if we maybe check and see?
Yeah, sure. Go. You can look at my shells and stuff like that if you want.
I just want to talk to her real quick. Listen, mind if I call you Aunt Laura?
Yeah, you can call me Auntie L if you want.
Sweet. Listen, Auntie L, I think there's something super, super weird going on in this town. I don't know if you noticed, but you may be under the same effects. I don't know, you may believe me, you may not believe me, but I think, the memory thing, that seems suspicious to you, right? You can't really remember why you're here or what you're doing here.
As you're like talking to her, you see that she's wearing like this duster coat. And she's reaching into her side, and you see she's slowly pulling out a sword. Does it look like I'm against any, like under any spell or something like that? And you see that she pulls out this almost amethyst like rapier, and she just like holds it up to you. She's not noticing that she's holding it and like wielding it pointed at you.
This isn't good. Do you want to fight me?
I think I do. It's weird because, like, we were having a nice conversation, but I think I need to kill you now.
Are you sure?
And she's going to swing at you.
Oh, shit. No, I can't kill. You're the only family, apart from my dad, like, blood relative that I have right now.
Go for the arm. We know it's rusty.
That's an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 10 piercing, and she just jabs you right in the center of your chest.
By the way, Nero looks fucking messed up because we didn't heal from the last fight. So yeah. I look like I look very bad right now.
We're going to roll initiative now.
6 so far. I'm gonna die, guys. I think I'm gonna die.
5.
I got a nat one.
Oh shit.
Guys, I think my aunt's gonna fucking kill me.
It's alright. I took an insurance policy out on you.
Without his
She's gonna fucking
knowledge.
kill me.
We'll be alright.
Claim that life insurance as he dies. All right, so top of the order, that is your Auntie L. She says, "Oh, sorry. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to have to attack you again, though."
That's okay. Honestly, I don't think you're in your right mind. I have suspicion to believe you're not in your right mind.
That is a natural 1.
Okay, okay, good.
As you see, she's about to swing. You see her other arm grabs her own wrist,
Whoa.
and she yells, "Honestly, I don't know what's going on, but I think you should go to the church. Go to the Church of Saint Saya," and is like forcing her own hand down.
You got it. Church of Saint Saya. I'm just gonna oh wait, I can't. It's not my turn.
That is now your turn.
Okay, I'm like shifting to the door. Guys, I think we gotta go to the church. I don't know if she's gonna stop, and I don't want to do any harm to her. Oh, so I'm at the door. I just wanted to ask before I'm like opening the door as I'm leaving. What was your husband's name, or what is your husband's name, if you don't mind me asking?
His name's Jan Merrill.
Jan Merrill. Okay, got it. What's his pirate crew? Sorry, I'm asking too many questions.
No, by all means. He's the captain of the Rattail Haulers.
Oh, is it so? I'm like, my face is like peeking through the door now as I'm like exiting.
My God!
Okay.
Yeah, she turns to like the other two. As you like are at the door, she's like, "Yeah, I suggest you guys also join him. Before I potentially kill you." But yeah, it's on Demonia and Reg's turn. You guys can like move without like imposing any attack of opportunity. But yeah, you guys run out the door, and she says, "I'll try my best not to chase you." As you run down the stairs.
Oh wait, before I leave, can I make a quick can I move to where her desk is and see if I could just spot anything to grab that she might have written down, like why she came here on?
Yes, I'll say roll a quick investigation, and then depending on how well you roll, a sleight of hand.
Let's go. +0. 7.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand.
Ooh, +1. 12.
You see that there's like a bunch of papers that she was writing on, and you just like you don't see what's on them immediately, but you just grab them as you run out the door.
I'll be taking these.
Okay. Yeah, you guys run out down the stairs in like a rush, and like you see that a bunch of these goons are kind of like looking at you. You see John Monroe. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope I see you around.
You got it, John. You might need to restrain her. I think she's having a very bad day.
Oh, is she having an episode again? A lot of us will die.
Okay, send the ones who will definitely die first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's my aunt, by the way, so please don't hurt her.
Oh, sorry, what?
Just barricade the
Bye.
door. That might be easier.
You guys run. You yell, barricade the door. He's like, "Oh, sure thing." And you guys run out the door of the clock tower and down the steps. You also hear immediately just like a bunch of screams coming from inside, just echoing through. And you just also see like out some of the windows up above, like faint flashes of like different colored magic. But yeah, you guys are on the street right now, and she told you to go to the Church of Saint Saya.
Maybe it's on one of the papers that I stole. Also, for the record, I meant for them to barricade the door to her office, but it seems like that wasn't something that could be done, so...
Yeah, some of those people are definitely dead. I don't think there's going to be as many people if we ever manage to come back here.
Yeah, we'll never forget them.
Yeah, I guess quickly roll perception checks.
21.
13.
Alright, 18.
Alright, so with your perception checks, I'll say, Demonia, you see that people are around on the streets and sidewalks, kind of like staring at you guys, and a lot of them are like, as you enter the street, I guess all of you would see this. As you enter the sidewalk, everyone around you, like maybe a dozen or so just townspeople, look at you and stop what they're doing, just dead in their tracks and start staring at you.
That's weird.
Regulus and Nero, you guys hear a very distant chime of bells, probably to like the east of you, that sound like church bells.
Okay. Should we head to those?
Someone having a wedding?
I think that's probably our best bet.
Yeah.
Nero, how do you feel right now? I saw you get stabbed.
Oh, Nero looks like he's gonna die. He looks like he's about to, he looks like he's about to, like I'm like relatively pale to begin with, but I look like a ghost.
All right. Oh, perfect. Or not perfect. Okay, let me.
Usual.
I could do this all day. Like spitting out blood.
All right, I will cure wounds. Nero, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Seriously, it's
you
better
rolled
than.
You rolled the 1 on both. That's literally the lowest amount you could have given.
It's okay. It's
I'm
literally
doing my
better than
best.
nothing. Even if it was 1.
I've got all these papers in my hands.
It's okay. Thank you.
So you give 5 to Nero, and then you can give 3 to either yourself or Demonia.
So is that the half plus 1 or
sorry.
Wait, it should be half plus 2 because I cast it second level.
Oh, then then you give 5 to someone else.
Perfect. Both of y'all can have 5.
Thank you.
Oh, what did my aunt say her husband's name was again?
Jan Merrill. So Jan, like you're yawning, and then Merrill, Merrill. The captain of the Rat Tail Haulers.
I am seething.
Yeah, you guys are running, making your way. You see that as you're running, more and more people are stopping and just staring at you. But you guys make your way to the park, and you no longer see those 2 goons that you fought earlier tied up anymore. It's safe to assume that someone fetched them. But yeah, you run through the park. You guys make your way on the other side and down another street. You see that the houses here are a little more torn down. Some of them are like almost completely caved in, like a bunch of cobblestone brick houses. But you see the amount of people also around slowly depletes, as like this part of town is kind of untouched or, not lived in anymore. You see the road slowly transitions from like a nice cobblestone to kind of gravelly to just dirt. But eventually you come up to right at the end of the road, almost like a white stone cathedral. Uncharacteristically big compared to the rest of the houses around it. But you also see that like the white stone on the exterior is like not overgrown with vine or dirt or dust or anything like that. It is almost like in perfect condition, like it was just built today.
Weird.
You see that on the 15-20 foot tall pair of double doors is this sigil of the head of a dragon. And you see like emblazoned on the forehead is like very stylized, like sharp S. Almost like the Stussy, the S that everyone drew in elementary school and middle school.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
not like the bubble letters, just like a single, almost like a lightning bolt. But yeah, do you guys enter?
I think we should enter. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's find out what's going on. I don't know if we'll be able to leave otherwise.
Yeah, you guys open up the church doors. You are immediately hit by like a gust of wind. And with this gust of wind, you hear like just a bunch of whispers and just voices kind of rushing past you as you see this old Dragonborn. You see that this Dragonborn is a Topaz Dragonborn. You see he's got like crystalline scales and skin. You see that his horns kind of curve up into almost like a circle. And as it reaches to the top of the circle, you see that the crystals are kind of broken off from his horns, but are just floating in the air, connecting the circle. And you see he's wearing these kind of like yellowish brownish robes, and he's please hurry, come in, quick, pushes you guys inside and closes the doors.
Good afternoon. Who are you?
Shh. Quiet. He just like puts his ear to the door and he's like, okay, all right, Hi there. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Regulus, and this is Nero and Demonia. We are here looking for missing persons, among other things.
Oh, okay. All right. Why'd you come here?
We were told to come here.
Yes.
Who told you? Who told you?
Wait, what's your name? You asked us what our names are. What's your name?
My name's Ing.
Ing?
Ing.
Ing?
Ing.
I feel like I'm saying it right, but I guess I'm wrong because it keeps repeating it back to me. Okay.
Like ingot, but without the git.
Ing.
Ing.
Good.
No.
Now we have to do it.
I say ing, you say git. Ing.
Good. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Yes. Sorry. The name's Ing. So who sent you here?
Shade.
Shade.
Oh.
Do you work for Shade?
To kill us.
No. She's supposed to be evil. Why would she send you here?
She's supposed to be what?
Evil.
Evil? Oh, crap.
She seemed possessed. I don't know if she was evil on her own, by her own choice.
She seemed to be fighting with herself.
Yeah.
How long would you say she's been evil?
Roughly 30 or so years ago.
That's a red flag for me.
How long have you been here?
How long have I been here?
Yes.
Since I was a boy.
Oh, how old are you now?
I'm about 200 years old.
Goodness.
Shit.
What are you still doing here?
I'm the sole worshipper of Saint Saya in this church, so I need to
Oh, nice.
make sure that our beliefs are upkept, right?
Why would Shade send us here if she's evil?
Enough of that right now. You look bad. You alright? You look hurt. All three of you look pretty banged up.
Yeah.
Would you like to rest?
Yes. I don't even care where we are, but I want to rest.
Don't worry. In the Church of Saint Saya, she gifts us all with the lovely sleep, which of course is everyone loves sleep, correct?
Have we heard of Saint Saya?
Roll a history check. All three of you
What
can.
a Saya can.
Okay. 3.
History 0 8.
Oh yeah, Nero, you can roll. Yeah.
20.
Okay. Demonia, you ain't fucking. You're not a big fan of churches in general, so you don't know what it's talking about. Regulus, even though you're, a cleric, Saint Saya doesn't ring any bells immediately. But Nero,
It's probably not like a major church then, right?
From what you're thinking, no. But Nero, you connect the dots a bit of like Sayakin and Saya. You quickly take the history of Drana book that Regulus took from Jennifer, I think, and kind of flip through it. And Saya is one of the ancient celestial dragons. I'm gonna also say that none of you've seen Dragonborns, like chromatic dragons and metallic dragons, like red, blue, black, green, white, gold, silver, bronze, brass, those kinds of dragons, but you've never seen a gemstone dragonborn before.
Yeah, they're really important, right?
You guys are looking at this Topaz Dragonborn and have never seen anything like this before. He's he continues on. He's follow me real quick and leads you to chambers in the back of the church. You see this church on the interior is still very nicely kept. There's no dust settling, no cobwebs and dirt. Besides like the front entrance, like foyer area, there's no there's just a bit of leaves and stuff that kind of blew themselves in. But you see the church is very nice on the inside. You're walking through the center aisle where, as you do, you see at the back of the church this statue in a very similar like topaz crystal, similar to the Dragonborn, is the sculpture of Saya. You see that she is like kind of perched just on a pedestal and is like looking slightly up and to the left, just kind of like a snotty look. And then out her mouth is, in the sculpture, is like this royal of flame. And you guys walk up to the statue. You see he like quickly kisses his hand and then taps like her foot, and then walks to a nearby door. Leads you down a hallway up to sets of doors where he says, so here are individual rooms if you guys need to take a rest. Inside are beverages that I suggest you take.
Why is that?
They help with the sleep.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
19.
Could just it might just be alcohol or something, but he's generally like, it's gonna make your sleep much more peaceful. Not like, oh, that sounds worse. Much more permanent.
Okay.
I'm gonna die today.
He like says, the drinks make it as if your sleep is less than a regular person would sleep.
Interesting. All right.
You seem to be in a rush, so I think it'd be helpful. He each lets you into your individual rooms. You see that there's a bed with a single potion to the side of it. You see the potion is almost like, I'm describing a poison, but it's almost like mercury, like silver in this little vial. And you see that it slightly glows with like this faint white light. He just announces to your rooms, do drink it and rest your eyes, and I will be with you shortly.
I mean, I'm Nero's messed up. He's gonna drink it. I probably Nero waste no time drinking whatever is in the glass.
Okay. Do the other two drink it?
I do.
Regulus is he's gonna stick it into the bag of holding and then just rest on his own.
Alright, so Nero and Demonia, you take long rests in the length of a short rest. Regulus, you don't.
Woo!
So do I just take a short rest then?
Yeah, you just take a regular short rest. But yeah, so the potion you have, essentially, when you drink it and take a short rest, you gain the effects of a long rest.
Cool beans.
You guys take your short rest. Nero and Demonia, you guys wake up fully rested. Regulus, partially rested.
Ugh.
Just healed.
I mean, at least you have a really good potion whenever you need it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
So essentially, you can take a long rest in the span of an hour. You guys exit your rooms, and Ing is kind of just waiting there. All right. I hope you all are well rested.
Sure.
I feel freaking great.
Nero, you do a flip.
I just T-pose.
Regulus is just what rubs the bags under his eyes.
So what are we doing? What's going on?
If Shade sent you here, that means potentially what you might be looking for isn't in the church but under it.
Under it? What's under the church?
Well, before the church was made, this island was a salt mine. Where the church is currently is one of the original entrances to said salt mine. So, whatever you might be searching for is potentially down there.
Okay.
Alright, this way. I can show you to where the entrance is. And he leads you through this corridor, not back to the main church, but deeper in. He eventually leads you to this very, like, almost rotted door. He opens it up and you see a bunch of stairs lead down it. You kind of head down these stairs. They're like really old wooden creaky stairs, and leads you into a cellar. You guys have to kind of like bend your necks down so you don't hit the ceiling. He leads you over to a set of trapdoors on the ground, and he says, so here is one of the makeshift entrances to the salt mines. I'm surprised that you guys haven't been affected by the island yet. How long have you been here?
Well, how long have we been here, Jay? Like an hour, maybe? Maybe less?
Maybe like a couple hours.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
3 sessions has been a couple hours, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and we even, slept.
Yeah, which is another hour. So I'll say 3 to 4 hours you guys have been here.
We already got fucked up, though.
Yeah, we have caused havoc.
Usually, when people arrive on the island, they're immediately affected by the effects of whatever is taking over the island.
So is your church like a safe zone, or?
Yes, it seems that the stone that was, made up of this church seems to block any psychic abilities. So I haven't been affected. Every time I go outside, I can hear the whispers and the attraction to the voices in the head, and I just say, no, never mind, I'm good, and close the doors.
Well, at least we know we're safe then, inside here.
Yeah, for the most part. I think it's also like the salt. I don't know. Salt apparently has magical properties and can block certain types of magic.
Really? So you think like if we just throw salt on people, they'd like snap out of it?
I don't think that's... No. maybe not that.
I had to ask, you never know.
Of course. I've tried that.
Oh.
Yeah, they just got annoyed. I'm like, hey, buddy, why are you throwing salt at me?
Yeah,
so, alright. Good luck to you. What are you looking, if you don't mind me asking? I don't get a lot of visitors here, so if you don't mind me asking, what's going on? What's the sitch?
Demonia, do you wanna... You could take it from here if you want.
I was looking for my brother. He was taken by the rat-tail haulers. He seems to be in danger because the only thing we have of him is his cut-off hand. So just imagine my hand, but cut off.
Ing goes like, oh, alright. Well, he opens the trapdoor for you. He says, well, if you ever need me, I'll be here. I would come with you, but I'm an old man, and I can't fend for myself, let alone protect you.
Have you ever been down there before? Do you know what to expect?
Oh, I've never been down there, ever, before. In general, I'm more of like a book kind of. I like to stay inside and read.
Has anyone else gone down there that you know of?
No. I don't know why I'm lying to you. Yes, I've been a few people and they've never returned.
Oh.
You seem very capable. A very capable group of individuals. You seem that, like, you can fend for yourselves.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
Hey, you're like doing push-ups.
Wait, did we ask him anything about why he's like a dragon or whatever?
Oh yeah, you want to ask him?
He's like about to open the trapdoor.
How come you're a dragonborn?
I'm sorry?
That's a bad question.
You could just ask someone why.
Why are you?
Oh, very, very racist.
No, I don't mean it that way. I'm sorry. I've just never seen someone.
Yes,
She just means she's never seen a specific version like you.
No, it's just adding on to it doesn't make it better.
All right, gemstone dragons are very rare, and we're wondering if you were born here. Were your parents also born here, or are they from somewhere else?
He says, yes, there's not a lot of gemstone dragonborns lately. As far as I know, I'm one of the last few of at least Topaz Dragonborns. I used to come from a long line of Scion worshippers, because obviously Saint Saya she's the Topaz celestial dragon. So she's kind of like my ancestor, if you really think about it. But yeah, I haven't left this island for a long time, and is there not a lot of gemstone dragonborns around?
To my knowledge, I don't believe so.
You are the first I've seen, at least.
You've truly never seen a gemstone dragonborn. He says, oh, so very interesting. It's unfortunate to have this kind of information be dropped on you by a bunch of strangers, but I think I can deal with it.
To be fair, we're not the most worldly yet, so
exactly.
If we need more, we'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
let
never
them
know.
that you're here.
Yeah, truly, I'm never going to leave this church.
Oh, well, at least they'll know where to find you.
Huh, so you've been here for 200 years.
Yeah.
How long do you guys live for?
I'm not sure. A lot of my family left when I was a young lad.
A young boy.
When I was a young boy, my father, he took me to the city to see a marching band. He said, okay, anyways.
Yeah, you were just gonna keep going.
I truly was. He's, so, I am a Topaz Dragonborn. That's... You're welcome. I don't know. Where do we go from here?
I don't know. We were just curious.
Wish we could,
What?
take a selfie with him. That'd be cool.
Do you know where the rest of your family went?
No. When, I should also say that, my family was, here before the Rays. So, the Rays was, like, a few hundred years ago, right? So, I was a lad when... I was a young boy when the Rays happened. So I've been around this for a long time.
Well,
The race is when all the continents floated up into the sky, right?
Mhm, yeah, and when a lot of the dragons disappeared.
Ah, all right.
damn.
I see.
Interesting.
All right then.
Right. Well, if you need me, it opens the trapdoor for you guys.
Yeah, thank you for the hospitality and the information.
I'll head down first.
I don't talk to a lot of people, so it's honestly great.
We'll see you soon.
I hope so. I don't die.
Oh, we'll try.
I won't.
So marching order. Regis, you want to go first?
Yep.
Who after? Nero, Demonia.
I'll go next.
I'll go last.
Okay. Regis, then Nero,
2,
then
3,
Demonia. You head down another set of wooden steps, kind of steep, with a railing to the side of it as you help yourself down. You just hear Ing go, well, I hope you all have a good time, and closes the trapdoor behind you. Yeah, you guys head down. You guys kind of go for maybe 30-40 minutes, just a constant staircase down until it gradually levels out. Yeah, you come up to another long corridor that you see splits off into 4 different paths. You see now that when this corridor levels out, you see that there is railroad tracks for minecarts to travel through.
Let's see.
So if you want, you can roll investigations or perceptions to see if any of the 4 corridors might give any clues.
11.
Yeah, I will also roll perception.
So there's 4 corridors, including the one we just came down from?
12.
The one that you're going down splits off into 4.
Oh, okay.
If we're willing to take 5, I can cast... Well, actually, yeah, I guess as we're deciding, I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic to see if I notice, a higher concentration of magic. Because I assume, because of the fairy dust, we're kind of surrounded in it.
Yeah,
but if
yeah,
there's, a bigger vibes from one
Okay, I'll
direction
roll
than
it.
another.
Roll it again. Roll your perception again as you ritual cast Detect Magic.
16.
Nero, you see that at the entrance of every corridor, there is a stick kind of implanted to the right side of the corridor with different colored cloths. You see that the first corridor has a blue ribbon tied. The second corridor has a yellow patch of cloth tied, and then the third has a white one, and then the fourth has a red one.
I'll point out what I see to them.
Regulus, with your Detect Magic, you get a heavy sense of magic down the 4th corridor, the red one, and a semi-heavy sense of magic down the 3rd one, the white one.
The 4th one has the biggest concentration of magic, if we're looking to maybe chase the source. The 3rd one fainter, but it could also be worth checking out later.
Do you think those could be traps?
I'm unfortunately I'm unable to sense traps, so we'd have to just be very careful as we walk down.
Because the Detect Magic gives you the School of Magic. The 4th corridor, but the most amount of magic that you can sense is a lot of enchantment kind of magic. The less heavy 3rd corridor aura that you pick up is kind of a mix of different ones. Mostly enchantment as well, but a little bit of evocation and abjuration. So things that could hurt you, but things that could protect you.
I think with that information, I'll relay that to the rest of the party. I think I'm still inclined to go down the 4th.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll take the lead and start heading down the 4th walkway.
Demonia is holding the torch behind you guys, so it's pretty well lit now. You see now that on the walls and ceiling are like still little pockets of natural salt forming. The way for salt to form naturally. It's very damp in here. But you head down the fourth corridor and you see, this is the one marked with the red cloth. You head down, you see that the corridor opens up into a large room. And as you're about to walk in, you immediately see that the railroad for the cart is snapped off, and there's a big hole in the center of the room. You are immediately hit with like a gust of wind as you like stop at this edge of this corridor. You can't see necessarily down there, but you can sense that this is just a hole to like the bottom of the island. And if you were to fall, you would just fall into the below.
Oh dear.
You do hear like just wails and screams from the below.
Okay, so this is not where we should be.
There are, going like to the left and right around the hole are very thin like pathways to get to the other side of the room where you see the railroad path continue. Whenever this mine either rose or was in the sky, the bottom of it was just falling apart. Maybe that's why the mine kind of shut down, because it was unsafe to mine the bottom of a floating island. Yeah, what do you do? Do you want to scale along the sides of the walls to continue further, or do you just want to turn around?
So the hole in the middle of the room, it encompasses like all the way to the wall?
Almost all the way. Like there's essentially like enough of a ledge around the sides of the room for you to traverse to get to the other side of the room. But this hole is like a 30-foot radius.
I don't know if I'm confident enough to scale around that. Maybe we find another way around.
Yeah, we should check the other places first.
Yeah. We'll head back and I'll start walking down the third hallway.
Okay.
Being slightly slower just to see if I can detect preemptively some of those other schools of magic wherever they're located.
Yeah, you head down this third corridor, and you see that the corridor immediately bends like left and keeps going. You see that it slowly like starts kind of zigzagging. You see that the railroad stops pretty early on in this corridor, but you guys like there's like a railroad like stopper for carts to not go off the rails. But you go past it, and as you're like slowly going into using your detect magic, you see that the evocation is slowly approaching first. You can't see exactly what is giving off this school of magic, but you see that almost like a ring around the corridor, like across the floor, up the wall, across the ceiling, and then down the wall. Like a doorway of this magic. If you want, you can do a specific like Arcana or Investigation check to inspect it further.
I got +0 on both, so I'll roll an Arcana check.
-1.
Alright, let's take a look. It's 5.
You don't see like any mechanisms or anything that could trigger a trap here.
It seems sophisticated. I don't know.
If it's a trap, I can't disarm it.
Neither can I.
If any of you, of the other two, you want to either give advantage or roll Arcana yourself, you can.
I surprisingly have +1 to Arcana, so might as well try.
Relay my information to give him advantage.
18. Oh, I think I already have advantage in this area. Well, since
nice.
on this island at least.
You didn't notice at first, but Demonia kind of shines the torch a little better, and you see that along the walls and floors and ceiling are tiny like symbols traced along the surfaces. You can't tell what the sigils mean, but you can tell that whatever magic is contained in them could hurt you.
Okay. I'll just relay that to everyone.
Nero, you tell everyone that these sigils on this corridor are dangerous if you pass them or touch them or anything like that.
Maybe we could throw something at it. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe we just get a rock and toss it directly at the sigils. My only worry is that it could trigger some sort of cave-in. So if we're going to do it, we need to be ready to run.
Okay.
But are you down for it? I'm willing
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
All right.
I'm like in the running pose.
Alright, so who's throwing it and where are you guys want to be?
I'm not the most dexterous.
I could throw it.
Yeah, Demonia's got a good eye. Maybe she could give it a shot.
Alright, so how far back do you want to all be as you throw there's like, you're in a mine, there's loose rocks everywhere.
Should we be closer?
I would say at least 30 feet.
Yeah, let's get
throw?
a bit farther.
I'll trust their judgment.
Okay, just roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Ah, fuck. 16?
It's a corridor. You're just throwing it down the hall. It's pretty easy. But you throw it down the corridor, and it flies through the air. And as it passes through the invisible door of sigils, they all light up this bluish, whitish color, and kind of trace along the entire corridor, and just a doorway of electricity crackles and sparks as you see the rock is stuck in the center and is just being held by all these tendrils of electricity before you see the electricity falls and kind of dissipates and the rock just lands on the ground. And you see that the sigils are now kind of crossed over and blurred out and smudged. But yeah, Regulus, you do see that the with your detect magic, the magic of those sigils fades.
We're good to go from here.
Alright, let's check it out.
Was that the only magic that I detected that was separate from the magic I detected from the other pathway?
No. So the other pathway was just enchantment. This pathway had enchantment, evocation, and abjuration. The evocation was those sigils, this sort of trap. You do still sense the enchantment and the abjuration schools of magic further down the corridor. But yeah, you guys walk down further, and you see coming up to you is the abjuration spell that you're testing or seeing the aura of. You see that there is this silver wire spreading along the ground, maybe a foot off the ground, almost like a tripwire.
Oh.
Any of you have thieves' tools by any chance?
I don't.
I'm not very adept with disarming this if we need to. But,
Are you allowed to attempt disarming without it, or do you absolutely need thieves' tools to attempt a disarming?
You can attempt to do it without these tools. It's just a higher difficulty.
Can I roll a perception to see what the trap would trigger?
Yeah, roll perception check.
21.
You see that there's no mechanism that would be triggered. You see that it's a magical effect that would trigger. It's not collected. It's not connected to a pulley system or anything like that would drop anything down or anything like that. It seems that whatever it triggers, it's just connected from one side of the wall to the other side of the wall.
We could step over it if we want. That might be the easiest way to bypass it.
Okay.
All right. I will give it a wide berth as I step over it.
Yeah, it's just a wire. You guys all step over it. And nothing happens. You see the abjuration spell is still cast on it. And you see that you guys all make it to the other side of this wire. And yeah, that's all you need to do for that one. You guys make your way, continue down the corridor where as you're walking, you hear a few voices. You see that the tunnel veer off to the right a bit and turn, and you see the light is pouring out from that way.
I'd hold my hand up for everyone to stop,
And then I turn. I hear voices, but I'm not very stealthy, so I think that if either of you stand a better chance of getting a closer look without alerting them, that might be the better play.
How stealthy are you, Demonia?
Oh, I think I'm pretty stealthy. Looks up. Thinking.
Alright, maybe you should see if you can.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right, we'll be ready to jump if you need us.
Okay. I assume like bug crawling position.
Okay, yeah, you you get down on all fours, and you start crawling. Roll a stealth check.
12.
I'll say that yeah, with a 12, you basically you leave the like torch behind. This curve, this bend towards this light down the cavern is about like 30-40 feet, which for a second you're kind of crawling in darkness, and the only guide is the light ahead of you or the light behind you where your party members are. But you eventually make your way to the bend around the corner. You see in the center of the room is a campfire being lit with a few people sitting around it and kind of just talking amongst themselves.
Huh. What do they look like?
You see a couple of small little creatures. They have like small little skinny bodies with big round heads. You see they have purple skin and like dangly like hands with very long nails. You see there's two of those guys. You see there is one frog looking guy. You see he's talking to these two little purple men. You can't hear what they're saying at the moment, but you just hear them having a conversation. They're like another 40 feet away from you.
Are they like, do they have any weapons?
You don't see any weapon.
Okay. Can I like crawl back to Nero and Reggie?
You crawl on the floor all the way back.
So stealthy.
Demonia, you return to the other two.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like, what are they? Skinny people?
Yeah, you don't know what they are. But you saw like two little small purple guys and a frog man.
Yeah, they look alright. They don't have any weapons. I don't know.
Oh.
Well,
Could be okay.
couldn't hurt to go and see what they're up to.
Okay.
Yes. So who wants to head in first? Who wants to lead the way?
I'll lead the way. I'm going to be loud anyway. I might as well. Perhaps, just in case, hang back a few steps. That way,
Alright.
maybe they'll only think that it's me coming in. And they won't be spooked by there being 3 people coming out of nowhere.
Okay. If you get in trouble, just yell really loud.
Alright. I'm still right next to you, but we'll do.
Oh. I thought you were
I mean-
going in by yourself.
No, just, because you have to, like, round a corner, right, to go in?
Yeah. So like he shows himself in the doorway, but you guys are around the corner hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys make your way to the doorway, just walking up. Regulus, you step in to this room. You see that, there's these 2 purple guys, a frog man, and you see that to like the right a little bit along the wall is a handful of cots, like 5 or 6 like beds. You see to the left are like a bunch of tables and stuff like that. Just like a nice kind of living, communal living space. Do you like announce yourself?
Yeah, I'll like knock on the side of the rock and say, hello? Is anyone there?
Immediately the 2 little purple guys turn to you and go, ah! And jump out of their seats and run to the beds and hide under. You see the frogman turn to you and like faint. And everyone in this room is currently not going to attack or anything like that, but everyone's hiding. You see the 2 purple guys under their beds are like looking at you. Their eyes are like this kind of sickly yellow as they kind of stare at you. The frog is kind of just splayed out on the ground, tongue sticking out.
I come in peace. I'm lost down in this cave and was wondering if you could help me navigate out. I'm from up above.
You see the frogman open his eyes and sit up. He says, "Oh, So you're an upper dweller?
Yes.
Are you here to kill us?
No.
How do I not know you're lying?
I don't have my weapons unsheathed.
It seems,
you know,
yeah, it seems, all right, Gunk, Monk, you guys can come out, it's fine.
I don't think I have a reason to
Are you alone?
you know, be combative. I have 2 companions that are further down that are making their way over here.
Will your
but
friends kill us?
No.
All right, seems about, yeah, no, right, sorry, you see this frog man, he's wearing, like, pretty, like, tattered clothing, what seems to be, like, regular townspeople clothes, but, like, definitely dirtied and ripped up, pats himself off, he gestures over to the 2 little purple guys, he's like, Gunk, Monk, you guys can come on out, it's all right, do, Demonia and Nero also enter at this, in the moment?
Yeah, I'll call you guys in. Yeah.
You guys come in. You see the 2 purple guys get up kind of behind this frog man, and he says, "Oh, so hi there. The name's Pill. What are you guys doing? We don't see a lot of people down here. Yeah. So what's going on? What's up?"
We came down from above, specifically looking possibly for a missing person. My companion's brother, he's missing his hand, if you recognize that. Otherwise, we're also looking to see if there's a source of, like, a magical disturbance, basically. Have you seen any, like, I don't know, anything weird down here? I don't know how to describe it. What, Nero, Demonio, how should I phrase what we're looking for? Have you seen a man with one hand walking around? A human? Satyr?
No, I haven't. It's just me. It's just me. These boggles here. There's our leader Oyster is he's gone and done some hunting with Cam, so they'll be back in, like, probably a few minutes, honestly. If you just want to wait around. For the most part, myself and the boggers here, we don't really leave much, so we just kind of stay here.
I see. Well, I was actually going to ask what you do here, but you answered that, so thank you. We came from above. There's some weird stuff going up above. People are acting very strangely, and we were wondering if if you noticed anything strange about the people that live down here. Is it just the 5 of you, or are there others?
Well, so there's me, Pill. There's Gunk right here. He points to one of the purple guys. There's his brother Monk right there, and then there's they got another brother who's currently with Oyster, Runk, and then obviously Oyster. So that's myself, the Boggles, Oyster, and then Cam. There's just a handful of us. Honestly, we haven't been able to really go outside. Every time we do, we kind of forget who we are, and then one of us has to come and get us, and usually Oyster comes and gets us. I haven't really noticed a lot of bad stuff down here, at least. But up top, there's a lot of crazy folk. There's like a bunch of gazers that have been living down here in the tunnels. That's mostly what our food is.
Well, that matches what we ran into as well. The townsfolk seem to be afflicted with something. What is a gazer?
Oh, it's like a floating little ball of flesh that controls your mind and stuff.
Oh. Does it happen to have an eyeball?
Of course, yeah, they all do.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they're like little tiny babies, and then they got their mother somewhere. We just kind of eat the offspring. Oyster, he's slowly mapping out the mines over the past, I don't know how many years now, but it's been a while. So, that's pretty much, we just kind of live off that. It's pretty good. It's high in protein. It does get you a little high and here and there. That's just because of the the blood inside these creatures. But that's I guess if that's what's affecting the town, could be those things. But yeah, if you guys are hungry, anything like that, we can fix you up something nice. But if you guys just want to wait for Oyster, then he should be here any time now.
All right. I think we'll wait for Oyster.
Pill says, yeah, so I'm a bullywug. I'm from the Feywild. You know, you don't see a lot of frog people here around these parts. These guys here, the boggles here, are also fey creatures. Yeah. Oyster, he himself, he's, as he's about to speak, you hear a voice coming from that corridor that he pointed to. I'm a what, Pill? And you guys move your attention and you see a Herringon. You see a rabbit folk. You see perched on his shoulder is a little red top mushroom with a bright smile and black beady eyes. And on the other side, on the ground, is another boggle holding Oyster's hand. And you see Oyster is like walking with like this staff, and he's like, sorry, who the fuck are you guys?
We're people from Topside looking for a missing person, and we stumbled across your friends here. If you all are from the Feywild, you're a very long way from home. How did you get down here?
He lets down the mushroom. You see the mushroom gets put on the ground and starts hopping away. And says, thank you, Oyster. Thank you very much. And starts hopping over to a nearby water bowl and just starts lapping it up. The boggle goes and returns to his brothers. You see Oyster is this dark brown rabbit folk with, at the tip of his ears, you see sprouting are like fungi and flowers. You see his arms are kind of coated in like vines and moss, almost as if like the earth is taking over his body. And he says, yeah, when a long time ago, I guess there was some sort of tear, maybe good like 30, 40 years ago, there's a tear, and, well, we fell out of the Feywild and then onto this island here. We tried to find our way back every once in a while, but, honestly, it was kind of nice just living here for a little while. And we've been here ever since.
Is that a common occurrence, or,
From what you've studied on the Feywild, random tears, they're not uncommon. Because of the direct, link to the Feywild, in the Whimsylands, the amount of like fey energy that is coursing through Drana is pretty intense and could happen where it would kind of like surge in like a certain part of the world, and then just a tear would quickly open up and close just randomly. So it's not uncommon. It's a very rare chance that it will happen, but it has happened before where fey creatures would just like be walking in the Feywild and then just vroom, get teleported into Drana.
Have you seen any other Fey creatures that have ended up here?
Yeah, there's a lot of sprites, kind of the working force in here in Ethren. A couple of pixies and fairies sprinkled about. You probably get the sense that there's a lot of Fey energy. As he says this, Nero almost. Like an intense scent of like cinnamon is just washing off of this Herringon. Just like the super pungent sweet smell of cinnamon is like reeking off of him that you can smell, and like you can get a sense that this is like the Fey side, like the Fey part of his blood.
Do you guys know what's going on up top with everyone acting all funny?
So we're not really the only creatures that kind of appeared here. Turns out that it gets kind of weird, and especially with the connection of the stuff in the below, sometimes less than desirable creatures kind of get teleported from the below as well. And a couple of aberrations have showed up here. A lot of spectators in the undergrounds of Ethren. You guys can roll history checks if as soon as he says spectators.
Spectator.
6.
18.
Spectators are like baby beholders.
Beholders. Fuck, I knew it. Fucking knew it. God damn it.
He says, yeah, they kind of fight for like who owns this place, but they're here somewhere in the mines. Every time we try and get close, they get a hold of our brains, and I gotta do spells and stuff like that to fend them off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's going on down here.
So they're the cause of what's going on?
From what I can tell, yeah, because this spectator is just kind of birthing to a lot of these little gazers, and you see like on his side is like this burlap sack that is dripping, and he like pulls out the head of a little gazer, and you see it's this little tiny green one eye ball of flesh, and has like a couple of tendrils on it, probably the size of like a basketball.
There's a big one down here somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely a big one. It's definitely taken over this town in some way, shape, or form.
Oh shit!
Any idea where we could find it?
I know the general area, but once you get there, your mind gets a little, things get a little wonky. I can tell you that right now. I, have a few tricks on my sleeve to kind of fend that off, but if you guys need help, I can help out.
Well, hey, we'll take the assistance. We're looking for someone, and we don't think we probably can't find them. I don't know if you've seen a satyr down here with one hand, but we're having a trouble finding him because the people up top are afflicted with whatever this beholder is.
The spectator feeds off of fey creatures, and satyrs are fey, so it's a good chance. It's a good chance that whoever brought him down here, if you're looking for them down here, they brought them to feed it.
Oh, gosh, fuck! So we should probably go. We have to look for this thing.
We gotta move fast.
All right. Well, at least we know where we're going now.
Yeah, so you guys have Oyster join your party and potentially help you fight this spectator somewhere in the mines. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. Thank you so much for listening to the Lore Drop Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on various social medias at Lore Drop Pod, LOREDROP POD. And once again, how's that for a Lore Drop?